Hello and welcome to another update video about Loopring. Had a lot of requests for a Loopring update from channel members, so here we are doing a Loopring LRC update. I think the last time I covered Loopring, it might have been in November. It just became very boring down there and not really different to many of the more popular coins that people watched. So we are back at Loopring here, but also here not really too many updates, but we're gonna zoom in a minute. Still here a so-called 1-2 setup here, where we moved up in a wave 1. I actually didn't put the label up here, but the move up was a wave 1 here in November 21. We came down in an A, B, C pattern and possibly finished the wave C here in December. However, the move up is not impulsive yet. So in the last video, we already talked about this descending wedge. The price has pretty much followed that very nicely, and but hasn't broken out yet. And it might be doing that now. But it's a highly speculative count, and please look at the chart. First of all, anybody who thinks he or she missed anything, look at the chart. We're only making lower lows and lower highs at the moment, so nothing has changed. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see that we're currently fighting with this wedge, with this descending trend line. We haven't got the breakout yet. I don't think so. Looking at the upside here, oh, it's difficult. Yeah, it's extremely difficult. I tried to count it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't have a lot of material there to work with. This is certainly not a clear impulse. I mean, this is not impulsive. What's happening here? It's a corrective mess. It absolutely is. Can you see all these overlaps here and two ascending wedges, which, yeah. There are a few ideas I had, but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, this could be a 1-2 setup here, another 1-2. So basically two 1-2 setups, both as leading diagonals, completely unrealistic, or very speculative, very adventurous counts. The other idea is that all of this is still a leading diagonal here, the whole thing, so that we're getting something like this. That this will be a wave 1 of something bigger, meaning, and this is possible because then I can label this, because it's corrective, as an A wave, this move down as a B wave, and we might be doing now the C wave to the upside. And well, this could also be bearish, so don't get me wrong, diagonals are always difficult, especially if you get something like this. So I'm not happy with this count at all. By the way, here on the lower time frame, it seems like we're currently breaking out, actually, and we're retesting this from above. Now, if we then talk about, okay, we have here a wave A, this was a wave B. What are we doing now? So there's two possibilities. It could be that the B wave is already done. A, B, C. We came down low enough. Yeah, what did we actually do? We hit nearly the 50% fib level. That's fine for a B wave. The other possibility is that the B wave is still in the making, and we had here an A overshooting B wave, because we only have 3 waves, and come down. That would be another trade setup, I would say, if we come down, and there's no guarantee we do, but if we come down once more into the region then between, I would say, 24.6 to 21.2 cents, that would be a possible long trade setup if you want to trade the C wave. But there's no guarantee we come down. But the thing is, if we have here 3 waves, as long as we only have 3, there is substantial risk still that we come down and get into this area, and that would be a possible long trade setup. Below 21.2 cents, this setup is probably not going to work out. But yeah, again, it could also be a wave 1 up here and a wave 2 down. It doesn't really make a difference if you trade an ABC or a 1, 2, 3. Doesn't make a difference really, but yeah, strategically I would say if we come down here, it might be a long trade setup. Until then, I don't really see a clear setup here. The other setup that would possibly emerge is if the B wave is finished. So if we now zoom in, take a look at this. Also here, this is not entirely clear to me. Reads much better as an ABC, to be honest. But okay, let's say we label this as a wave 1 up, here wave 2 down. And we might be in that 3rd wave now, then a 4th and a 5th. This might eventually complete the C wave. That would mean we probably have done the wave 2 already. So next setup is, I mean, you could obviously, there are so many different strategies and setups. You can trade the retest here and go up. But, the next clear setup here would probably be a wave 4 pullback. to get to the wave 3, the chart would need to reach the 1.618 extension. So we're talking here about 34.4 cents. We didn't quite reach it. So ideally we have one more leg up to at least that level, and then the wave 4 down, and then a wave 5 up. And then we need to see, is this already going to be the wave C, or is it only the first wave of the C wave? Because then you could say, okay, we have a first wave here. We trade into the pullback of the wave 2 to trade the wave 3 of C. So that we get something like, that's the next setup idea, where you can scale into the wave 2, right? And then we do something like this. And these 5 waves, which I'm going to change to white now, they would complete the C wave. So yeah, this is where we are. It's not a very clear chart. There are other charts that look a bit clearer. Yeah, I don't like this, what came up here. Looks very corrective. Also here, the move up is currently looking very corrective. At the moment, we only have 3 waves. Similar to Bitcoin, Ethereum. If we get a 5th wave, then yeah, we have at least 5 up, and it could suggest further continuation to the upside. Alternatively, if we now come down into the green support area, that might provide also a long trade setup. And then maybe to finish it off, what might be here an all-time high target for Loopring? Let's look at that as well, but it's a bit too early to talk about that really, but a lot of people will ask. So I'm still looking here at around the 635 level as a minimum, but to do that, it first of all needs to recover, right? It first of all needs to move higher. We need to get into all-time high territory, and there are many resistances along the way. For example, here that 135 level that we need to get above. And yeah, it also dropped quite a lot in this bear market. I think more than many other coins. So, by the way, 635 would be the minimum target if we get into that range. Yeah, it moved clearly below the 88.7 fib. So 88.7 fib, next key fib resistance is around 60 cents. Also where you have these highs from May 22. But yeah, that's where we are with Loopring. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.